Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Today we're doing a sign of Leo, and keep in mind that this does not resonate for every Leo. If you like a personal reading, it's going to be the first link in the description down below. Repeat that, first link in the description down below for a personal reading. Also find my channel things there in the description. You can find my Etsy shop, which has my tarot and my oracle cards on there. A bunch of things there on my Etsy shop in the description down below. So if you go check that out, go and go buy something. Currently have a sale going on. I also have my shirt store, my website, different social media platforms I'm on, as well as Patreon. All that's in the description down below. If you'd like to donate to the channel, feel free to do so. I do appreciate donations here. So, Leo, let's do things a bit differently than what we usually do here. So just shuffle the cards and then see what fall out. Let's do some prayers first. Now, I have been having these through my videos, kind of like I read them before I go on here. But let's do some prayers first, alright? So we have number 36. So this one here, it says, Beloved Kali Ma, I call upon your divine feminine wisdom and the divine masculine power that arises to protect it. With discernment, strength, and courage, I ask for your assistance in all ways, including your blessings of spiritual and material prosperity. May I move beyond my conditioning into unobstructed authenticity and spiritual integrity, to joyfully and graciously manifest my true purpose, bringing spiritual benefit to all beings. This is Jai Ma Kali. Alright, so that was that one. Let's do this one really quickly. Number 2. It's just passed. It's right here. It says, I now choose to release negative energy, negative beliefs, and negative memories connected with abundance, money, relationships, success, and well-being. I offer these for healing to beloved Moon Maiden, Kuan Yin. May she turn the heaviness of these offerings into golden light. May I receive this golden light into my heart. Good fortune and blessings flow to me now. May I share as I receive. May I flow with joy, abundance, and divine grace. To the blessings of divine Kuan Yin, so be it. Alright, Leo, so that's the prayers for today. Now let's shuffle your cards and let's see what Spirit has in store for you. We have a card falling out already. What is this? We have Star Family. You're part of a team of souls, call in support. Alright, so Leo, it feels like you're going to be meeting more of your Star Family here. Now let's pull a couple more before we start just babbling. I like to get this full story before I just kind of talk. All paths lead to home. Inner authority, intuition turns your gaze within. Alright? A couple more. We have baby steps. Action, follow your intuition. Keeps talking about that. Following your intuition here, Leo, before it makes sense. Taking those baby steps first. Lost land, soul memories and gifts. You've done this before. Alright, so it feels like you are... feels like you're regaining some memories, maybe from past lifetimes. Here, Leo. Alright? Maybe past memories of like your star family, your soul family, right? But it feels like you're taking some baby steps towards something here. But you're following your intuition as you're moving forward. It feels like you're not really rushing forward here. You're just using your intuition quite heavily. And it feels like you've done this before. Going down the same path as you did in other lifetimes. So let's have a look deeper into the cards here. All paths lead to home. It's normal to look to the external world for answers and guidance. What's revolutionary is turning your gaze inward. You're being called to source your guidance from within, to study the terrain of your own inner landscape, to develop a reliable relationship with your soul. The more time you spend connecting with your soul, the deeper the connection will become. The challenge for empaths is to stay connected without cutting off from the world. The best way to do this is to develop a daily practice that helps you to keep checking in. to draw on the wisdom within and to let that be the authority in your life. If this card appears, you may be called to develop or switch up your spiritual practice, to get in the habit of turning your gaze within, getting centered for the day before consuming anything from the outside world, to start from a feeling of at-homeness, and throughout the day to find simple ways to keep coming home. It does not mean switching off from the realities of today's world. We need as many conscious people as possible living with their eyes wide open. Rather, it's called to start your day from a place of connectedness, grace, and devotion. So when you go out into the world, and when you let the world in, you do it from an unshakable state of being. A state where you draw your strength, authority, and guidance from a place deep, deep within. It says, how are you being called to turn your gaze within, turning inward? Here, Leo. You're being called to take grounded action in response to your soul's calling. To start where you are and begin building in a consistent way. So many people stop themselves from living a soul-led life because they're waiting to know the destination before taking the first step. And intuition doesn't work like that. Our soul is always calling us every moment of the day. The way to find yourself in loving harmony with the cosmos is to listen to your soul's baby calls and whisper each day and every day, and to take grounded action in the direction of those calls and whispers. You're being encouraged to start small, bite-sized, to put one foot in front of the other, to do one thing every day, to break things down into achievable tasks. Time on Earth goes slower than our other planets. This may cause frustration for star seeds who can expect a faster pace of manifestation and thus give up before the seeds begin to sprout. If you resonate with that, it's time to opt out for consistency over urgency. Time to take baby steps in the direction of your calling. To remember that you don't need to have it all figured out or know exactly where the path is leading you. You don't have to know every single step along the way before you set out on your great journey. You just need to take the next step. It says, what's one simple baby step you can take in the direction of your soul's calling? Lost lands. The world is far more ancient than our documented history suggests. As souls, many of us have experienced ancient eras on this planet that were much more advanced than ours today. As we begin to remember these times, the remembrance and gifts can come flooding back. At this stage in Earth's timeline, we need the wisdom of the ancients to survive as a species, being called to connect with the lost wisdom of your own soul. You feel guided to make a change in your life, to step into a new career path, birth a creation, or bring an idea to life. You feel unprepared. This card is calling you to consider that you've done this before. Perhaps your soul wisdom is beyond what your lifespan can imagine. Perhaps the intuitive hits and ideas you're receiving are divinely guided. Perhaps you've been preparing for this time. Some think that lost lands exist in the past. Others believe they exist today, in a different dimension. I believe that these ancient lands also exist in the souls of those who experience them. If this card comes to you, perhaps the wisdom of a lost land such as Lemuria, Atlantis, and Avalon exist within you. And, through surrendering to the intelligence of your soul, you can unlock the seeds of these ancient lands, so we can all learn from our mistakes and usher in a new age, it says. I unlock any forgotten wisdom and soul gifts from lifetimes past. So we're talking about Lemuria there, we're talking about Avalon, we're talking about Atlantis. Alright, maybe in like past lifetimes, that's where your soul was. There's Star Family, I found it. At some stage, we were each part of a soul cluster, a gathering of souls who broke away from one another to experience themselves individually. Those who are part of your soul cluster are a part of your star family. Your star family are those souls who are cut from a similar cosmic cloth. You haven't just experienced lifetimes together, your souls were actually once one. It's very common for star family members to incarnate at similar times, to work with anchoring a similar frequency of light, and to cross paths with each other. You know that someone is part of your star family when you feel like you know and remember them from the moment you meet. They feel instantly familiar and comfortable. Time both passes quickly and stretches when you're with them. You feel more yourself with them than anyone else. It can sometimes feel like looking in the mirror, because in a way you are. Often you'll go out of your way to help those in your star family, instinctively knowing it's part of your path. When a star family member dies, you feel it very deeply, regardless of how long you knew them. A certain soul mourning or soul breaking occurs. Think about the people in your life. Who do you feel is part of your star family? If this card comes up in a spread, it's likely that you met someone who is part of your star family or you're about to. It says, who do you think is from the same star family as you? How can you call upon them for support? Alright, Theo. That's messages for you, so let's get to learn some charts yourself. Let's see what we have. We have number 12, so maybe that has significance to you there, the number 12 there. Now, we have Venus. Alright? There's something with Venus there. Venus could be like the planet of like love, money, possessions, things like that. We have this moon beetle, which connects to the moon, the stars, the night, the beetle that you're all connecting to. We have Thoth. We have the Chinese zodiac sign of the monkey here. We have Bastet. We have Hathor. We have some births within the self, some new beginnings inside yourself here, like with you. Now we have material prosperity coming in, as well as prosperity within the self. We have joy. There's movement happening here. So, that's all I have for you. Like I said, first link in the description down below for a personal reading. Also go to my Etsy shop if you want to buy something. Really appreciate that. And if you want to see more content, have a like, subscribe. Bye guys.